Okay, so the event that I chose to participate in and go to was a Little League baseball game or a tournament that was happening for Memorial Day. It was happening right in the town of Winter Garden. I went there and I surveyed some of the folks on various questions that we'll be getting into later in the video. But once again, the event that I chose to go to was a Little League tournament for Memorial Day. Alright, so now we're going to be getting into some of the questions that I asked for the survey. So let's go ahead and check those out. So the first question that I asked them was, how did they rate their experience? I used just the normal scale, 1 to 10. A lot of fans were just around the 9 fans. I mean, it was a beautiful day. There were some smaller issues that we'll get into later that they had about the overall event. But nothing too bad, nothing too scary, I guess you can say. But like I said, the first question was, how would you rate your experience 1 to 10? Alright, so the next question was, how would you rate your experience here, and what did you like and not like? So a lot of it was things that they did like was, the overall organization, the Memorial Day tournament. They also had like a food drive during it, for various different groups. So it was great that. Things that they didn't like, the main big thing was parking. There was a major issue with parking. So that's why this survey is gonna work great, because they can use that for next year and say, hey, we do need to work on our parking. That was one thing that we didn't do so well in. So that was things that people did like and didn't like at all. Alright, so the last question I decided to ask them, I wanted to keep it really, really simple and short, just because there's a lot of people at this event, so I only wanted to ask 3 questions. My last one was actually pretty simple. What did you think about the field conditions? I feel like this is a big survey because people want to come back if facility's great and the fields are good. So it was not only are the fields great, but what about the facility that you're experiencing? What can we create here to have a better experience for you coming, because you're going to be spending all day here during this tournament, so you need to have also the same great experience that your kid is having on the field. I got some really positive feedback, and things that they need to work on, better bleachers, a little more better concession stands, like I said, the parking. So overall great. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and summarize the overall event and creating this survey. So the data that I collected was actually really easy. I printed it out on a piece of paper, I gave people to fill out, and I talked to them. And I think that's the best. You just can't have people fill something out. I feel like you also have to talk to them, so you also understand, because sometimes, what they're thinking in their head does not translate to the paper. So it's a great also, just to, verbally talk to them. Some challenges in the survey, since it was a big tournament, people were trying to go back and forth. I didn't really have like a set location, so it was hard to, really have people come in and acknowledge it. And sometimes people get kind of freaked out when you come up and approach them and start asking them all these questions. So, presenting myself a little more. None of my questions were really difficult. Like I said, I kept them 3 basic questions, nice and easy. So that was probably the best positive about the experience. I didn't really have any difficulty with any of the data. Like I said, I laid it out there. I said, this is what we needed, this is what I need to present, and boom, done. What would I change was, I definitely want a location where I can set up and, have that area where people can go to, so I'm not just going up to them as they're busy, and, they can come to me when they can and they have time. But definitely talking to them, using that verbal on top of writing it down was a great experience. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks!